And welcome to the Super Fun Awesome Happy Pedal Show.
I've been practicing those moves. Yeah.
Oh, mate, they're beautiful moves.
I'm Alex. But yeah.
So we've got our highly anticipated and requested.
Yeah. Big bottom end threesome.
Sub and Pog and Fork.
Rolls off the tongue.
Sub and Pog and Pitch. Fork and Up and Pog.
Bit of fork up your pog. That's what you want.
It's a menage between the TC Electronics Sub and Up and the two Electro Harmonics octave
Pitch.
generating kind of pitch kind of things. The Micro Pog and the Pitchfork.
Yeah, we're going to try obviously with bass and a guitar. Your lovely Jaguar. This is a very nice guitar, by the way.
All new.
Yeah.
Old, but all new. But yeah, 62 Jag. That comes up later on.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we did a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. We did the Sub and Up and Pog and the Pog and Up,
Pog-nup.
Sub and Pog, SubNup Pog.
They just sound funny.
They just sound funny, yeah. So we did a shootout between the Sub and Up and the Pog. Now we had lots of people say, "What about the Pitchfork? What about the Pitchfork?" I stick to my Pitchfork. Well, we now also have the Pitchfork. So it's a menage a trois, I believe, as they call it, between the three pitch generating thingies.
Really?
All right, so today we're going through a Vox.
Yeah, AV30.
AV30. We just did a demo on that as well in a different thing.
So that's what the clean tone is.
That's what the clean tone is.
Plain bass.
Give us some clean tone, Alex.
I actually like guitars through valve amps, guitar amps. Sorry, basses through guitar amps.
Guitars through bass amps?
Provided they're not done at stupid volumes.
Yes.
They're great for recording and like.
Well, it's at a low volume just next door,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, three things that kind of do the same thing, and they're all kind of red and black and kind of grey, kind of silvery colours.
Yeah.
So the Sub and Up, basically, you've got four knobs. You've got a dry knob, which is the straight signal. You've got an octave up, and then there's two sub octaves, so an octave down and two octaves down. And you've got three settings. One is a polyphonic setting. Then you've got a setting they call classic, which is a monophonic setting. And then you've got tone prints, which was that kind of weird swirly sound that we had at the end. Then you also have now the Micropog, which is their polyphonic octave generator. Three knobs, dry, which is again the straight signal, sub octave and octave up, so octave up and octave down. And in the Pitchfork, you've got heaps of other things, but that's one of the things you can do as well, where you can set it to an octave up or two octaves up or down, or three octaves up or down, or a combination of two, or if you want, what especially on bass, I think sounds awesome, is something like where is it, like that.
Oh yeah. What is that?
You'll hear it.
Minor second.
It's a second up and down. Minor second up and down. But if you go into momentary, you can just bring it.
That's the other thing that. Yeah.
Sorry.
If you want to annoy singers.
Or anyone around you.
Singers or girlfriends. The Pitchfork does have the momentary thing without being latched, which is kind of cool. The other thing the Sub and Up does have is the second sub octave, so it's have one and below. Other than that, they're kind of all similar-ish.
We had a few comments on the other video about using the dry out on a Micropog.
Yep.
But then at the same time, it's wanting to know, it's the same people wanted us to compare it to the Pitchfork, but there is no dry out on the Pitchfork or the Sub and Ups, and only the Micropog has a dry out, so we thought there's no point in really hooking it up with a dry out. Some people say there's a bit of latency in that. I'm not sure. I've never hooked it up that way, so
yeah, if that's your Big concern, go and plug one in the shop.
Yeah,
And try it for yourself.
but I mean, those three basically are we're just going straight through them.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
let's just try out. Let's just go for something really simple. Let's go straight 1 octave up,
Yep.
and then we'll try straight 1 octave down. So let's go.
across the board.
Let's put that in the center, and then go to.
This would make a great paddleboard, by the way.
Sorry, just that.
Just these three.
Well, bass players would like it, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're going octave up first, eh? Okay. Okay, so let's try it. So on bass, and then we'll do it on guitar as well. Oh, hang on, and let's do that. That was on the classic setting. Let's do it in a polyphonic setting too. And then microphone.
Now, obviously, both electro-harmonics similar, very similar. Cause,
They sound very similar to me.
I think we said this in the other video. Both the electro-harmonics kind of things, it's not just an octave. It's kind of had this cool like synthy type effect. It's more of an effect than a straight split of.
It depends on what you're after. So to me, the SubNup is a very clean octave, especially on a polyphonic setting.
Yep.
Whereas the POG and the Pitchfork, it has that kind of shimmery sound to it.
It's very musical too.
Yeah, and I mean,
Right,
it's just a different flavour.
Different flavour, yeah.
Let's try now, 1 octave down, just 12 o'clock. Same thing. Okay, SubNup. Classic. Micropog. Pitchfork. That makes you play different.
This one sounds slightly driven, like distorted.
Yeah, it almost has a bit of extra oomph to it, a bit of extra gain to it.
Okay, so
Should we do it with guitar?
let's do that.
Same thing. Oh, yeah. thank you.
Magic switch.
Oh, that's a monophonic.
Cool. The POG.
Oh, that's the octave up. Just got to flick this
Oh,
way.
we're doing down, sorry.
It's definitely got the most testicular force, if that's a word. It's just got, it boosts the signal. Well, I'm not sure if there's an internal trim pot or something for volume, but
I'm not sure.
it's
Should we go up this time?
up octave. So that's a pitchfork. Well, to me, the SubNup, I mean, it's the way it's set, but the SubNup is sort of, it's the cleanest sound, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a little bit weaker,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. It may have a bit more bottom end, the lower parts, but
Yeah.
it seems to be a bit, I guess maybe you can, crank the signal a bit more. But
Yep.
the POG and the Pitchfork in particular just drives the sound. You turn it on and the volume kind of goes up.
Take the dry out of the equation.
Okay. Now, the POG and Pitchfork sound pretty much the same there to me.
They're probably using the same
The SubNup, it was on a classic setting too, so it was on a monophonic setting, but that sounds great to me. Sort of 70s spy movie kind of sound.
You can really hear the difference once you take the dry out.
So that's the polyphonic mode. Lots of bottom end. Personally, the SubNup, I like the SubNup the best.
Oh, yeah?
I like that on the classic setting. You need people kind of sliding over bonnets and cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And another guitar just in the wow.
Okay.
I like that. And I mean, it's just one thing it does, but I like that sound.
It's a great sound. It's that, super dry 70s funk thing.
Yes.
So this thing does more, obviously, all the harmony stuff. There's a latching. This is straightforward, up and down.
Up and down, yeah.
This does an extra octave plus all the
Tone print. Which this one... Octaflange, or was it...
something.
It was either the octave flange or the flanger octave. Or it was one or something. That's one of the tone prints. And there's a million more. Yeah, so I mean, in the end, it really just depends on what you're after. I don't think one's better than the other. To me, the POG and Pitchfork are quite similar.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people talk about tracking. To me, and again, I don't know if it's much different when you go to dry out, but to me... track's fine to me.
And
maybe a little less, but it's more. I guess there's more bottom end there. Maybe let's try to put it polyphonic. Polyphonic track's a little bit better than a classic.
okay, cool.
And I mean, the Pitchfork I think is the same as the POG.
Yeah.
It's in that. To me, there's not really any lag there, but. Then again, we don't use a dry out. We don't use it. I don't know how people use it, but to me, so to me, the Pitchfork and POG, I imagine, the actual wizardry inside, the magic, the pixie dust they put inside to make the sound, It's probably fairly similar on the two because I mean it is the same sort of thing.
Yep.
Whereas the SubNup is a little bit different. They all have their applications.
So if you were to get one, would you get the SubNup?
Just purely for that one sound right now, yes. Even though I own the other two.
You own the other two.
No, the Pitchfork. For me, the Pitchfork.
I dig the Pitchfork because it kind of does all those sounds plus all the harmonies.
Plus all the harmonies. Well, the thing on a Pitchfork that I really like is if you set it, if you get rid of the dry signal.
Yeah.
Oh no, hang on, you go all the way. Sorry, all the way affected signal. Oh, with that, the whammy kind of thing. Sorry. So it's basically a whammy pedal.
Yeah. Once again,
which we probably shouldn't have said, but anyway, it's a whammy pedal in a tiny little package that costs about a third of the price.
Yeah.
You can hook up an expression pedal to it as well. You can go octaves up. You can go octaves down. You can do everyone's favorite. What is that? Perfect fourth.
So out of this SubNup and POG, I'd probably get a Pitchfork.
You'd get the Pitchfork.
Yeah.
I'd have all three of them. No, different applications, I think.
Yeah,
just totally different applications. The SubNup, it's hard to say. It's just
once again, no right and wrong. Is there?
no right and wrong. This one particular sound I really dig. Without too much of the octave up, a little less octave up. Which you could probably. No, it's a different tone. Completely different tone. Because it's monophonic in that setting, and I think the monophonic setting makes it, gives it that sound. So.
End of the day, buy all of them.
Yes. Or at least 2 out of 3 of them, and then know a good music shop that will lend you one. Like that. Big thank you to the guys at Malulaba Music for lending us this for this demo. And there's some more demos that we've done of that at the Malulaba Music channel too.
So check them out.
Check them out. So yeah, I mean, in the end, they're 3 similar yet not similar pedals. To me, it's just it depends on the application. It depends on what you want to use it for.
Similar, not same, not bad, just different.
Yeah. So I mean, a SubNup, you've got all the tone print stuff where you can get weird flanger sounds, chorusy sounds, rotary sort of emulating sounds. The POG, personally, I think the organ sort of sound, the POG excels on that.
Yep.
For
sure.
It's better. I think it's better at it than a SubNup. And a Pitchfork, to me, it's the mini whammy. If you want to have a small pedal board and you don't want to put a gigantic red whammy pedal on it, this thing kills it.
It's pretty cool.
And you can even set how long it takes for the glissando part. Yeah, so if you plug in an expression pedal, there's a certain thing you press, and then you can set up how quickly the glissando goes. So how quickly it goes from one note to the other. When you push it without the expression pedal, later on, if you in the momentary mode, if you push it, it tells it so how long it takes to go from the original note to the other note. So you can do tons of things with it. It's to me, it's for that. That's where it excels. But that's me again.
I'm sure there'll be lots of comments underneath. Please keep it friendly.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
yes.
Like, it's an octave pedal.
Yes.
Anyway.
On that note, please make sure while you send us hate mail below to click subscribe so you can send us more hate mail later on other videos that we put up. Also, make sure to check our Facebook page. The link hopefully is underneath. Facebook keeps cutting off the end of it. Not Facebook, YouTube keeps cutting off the end of it.
Sure.
So it says.
If you can't find it, just search
Yeah.
Super Fun Awesome Happy Time Pedal Show.
So if you click on it and the link doesn't work, it's just because YouTube shortens it for whatever reason. Anyway, search for that or find us on other places.
On the internet.
On the internet and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, and yeah.
Thanks.
Catches.